Well, Tuesday looms as a major day in the U.S. presidential race as 5 large states hold primaries, including the delegate-rich Florida and Ohio. Tuesday's primaries come amid the backdrop of growing concern about protests and the confrontational tone of the campaign of Republican frontrunner Donald Trump. VOA national correspondent Malone has a preview from Washington.
Because I have to do it myself. I know it's not.
Secret Service agents rushed to protect Republican contender Donald Trump at a recent rally in Ohio after a protester ran toward the stage. Trump said later he was ready to fight back.
I don't know if I would have done well, but I would have been boom, boom, boom. I'll beat that.
Trump canceled a rally in Chicago Friday because of protests, and another rally in Kansas City was marred by clashes both inside and outside the speaking venue. Despite the chaos, polls suggest Trump could do well in the Tuesday primaries.
We have a movement going on, folks. This isn't just us here. This is all over the country. Same thing is happening.
Trump's rivals have denounced both the protesters and his confrontational tone, including Florida Senator Marco Rubio, who criticized what he called the politics of fear.
To embrace leaders that do not ask you to give them their vote on fear and hopelessness, but instead to vote for them on the basis of how great our country can be if we do what needs to be done.
Trump's biggest challenge appears to be in Ohio, where he's locked in a close race with the state's governor, John Kasich.
I don't think he's going to be the nominee. I'm going to win in Ohio. We're rising all across the country.
A Kasich victory in Ohio could slow Trump's march to winning enough delegates to receive the Republican nomination, says Henry Olson.
It's very difficult to see somebody getting 1237 other than Trump. But if Trump has a 70% chance of winning, it means he has a 30% chance of not. And I'd say it's a 30% chance that you will have an open convention.
I know how to get results.
In the Democratic race, frontrunner Hillary Clinton is favored in most of the 5 states voting on Tuesday. Clinton, however, continues to be challenged by rival Bernie Sanders.
We're doing something pretty radical in American politics. We're telling the truth.
Besides Florida and Ohio, primaries are being held Tuesday in Illinois, Missouri, and North Carolina. Jim Malone, VOA News, Washington.
But for the latest on the primaries, VOA's Aru Pande joins us live from Florida. Aru, first tell us how has been the mood throughout the day?
Well, you have people on both sides. You have the Democrats who are eagerly waiting and wanting Clinton to take the state. And then you have the Republicans who are divided. Marco Rubio, of course, their senator here from Florida. He wanting the big win here. This is make or break for him. And then, of course, we have the Trump supporters, and there are a number of them here in Florida, all wanting to see him win the nomination. So it really is a very divided state in that regard.
It is so divided in that there are those who may want to stop Trump and therefore probably vote for Rubio. But for Rubio, if he doesn't win this might end his political career, right?
This is basically make or break for Marco Rubio. If he does not win this state, he really does not have a campaign left. And it also could hurt his own political career. He's a senator here from Florida, and he, in his own state, is down some 20 points, some polls say, to Donald Trump. So it doesn't look good for his political career, but it also doesn't look good for his campaign going forward. Many say that if he doesn't win this state, that is it, his campaign is over. But you touched on an important point. People here voting for Rubio in order to make sure that Donald Trump does not win the Republican nomination. Florida is a state where if you win the state, you win all 99 delegates. So this is a key state for the Republican voter, and it's key for Republicans who want to stop Trump from winning the nomination. So a vote for Rubio, yes, it would mean a big win for him in his home state, but it would also mean slowing that roll for Trump to the Republican nomination.
Besides those candidates, what is really important to the voters of Florida?
Well, I tell tell you what, I've been in the Miami area and I've talked to a lot of the Latinos, a lot of the minority voters, and they are afraid. They're afraid of what a Donald Trump will mean for the United States. I went and spoke to an immigrant coalition yesterday. They are actually trying to get more and more permanent residents to become American citizens in order to vote in November. And you know who's driving people to become U.S. citizens? Donald Trump. A lot of the Latinos, a lot of the minorities here say they are very afraid of some of the rhetoric that's coming out of his campaign and also out of some of his rallies. And they do not want to see him win the nomination, and they're very afraid of that. So you see people here, at least among the Hispanic vote, the African American vote, really mobilizing to make sure that Trump does not win the nomination. But in the end, in Florida, it looks like Trump is going to take it. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens in the days and weeks ahead.
We'll be watching. Thank you very much, Aru. Viewers, Aru Pande reporting live from Florida.